Welcome back to From the Bench, everybody. As always, it's Eric, and today we're going to talk about 2023-24 Upper Deck Extended Series Hockey. Going to be focusing around the hobby boxes and what you can expect out of them, and essentially talking about Connor Bedard news and his cards from both Series 2, which we'll talk about that. We'll start off with some of that, and then once again, the Extended Series news. And you can kind of see it already. First time I saw it was on Wednesday from a follower of the channel. He sent me a DM on Instagram, said, hey, look at this. And it was from Center Ice Cardcast on Twitter. They said, breaking news, Connor Bedard's Young Guns canvas is going to be in Extended Series. It's pretty big news. Nothing had come out yet. And then a couple hours later, boom, there it is. Upper Deck makes a Facebook post with this picture right here that you can kind of see on the screen. That's obviously his black and white variation, which is a little harder to hit. But that's pretty much confirming, in my opinion, that Connor Bedard is going to be in Extended Series. Just his Young Guns canvas. It's already been confirmed a couple months ago on the Hockey Cards Gong Show podcast. They had one of the developers for Upper Deck on, and he confirmed that his regular Young Gun will be in Series 2. So Series 2 is still where we're going to find Connor Bedard's regular Young Gun. But his canvas is going to be an Extended Series. So that kind of means you have a chase for Bedard with his Easter egg in Series 1 that was unannounced. The draft pick where he's in the Chicago Blackhawks jersey and he's holding up the number one finger for being the first overall pick. You know, we have that for our chase for Series 1. We got his regular Young Gun as a chase for Series 2. And then we have his canvas as a chase for Extended Series. Big news, once again. Basically, we'll get into some numbers later, but pretty crazy. But we'll get into Series 2 just to start it off and go over all this. So here we go, Series 2. They actually use the same picture of Cale Makar on both Series 2 and Extended Series. But if you guys, maybe you're coming back to the hockey hobby, maybe that's why you're watching this. Maybe you're like, Connor Bedard has all this hype. I used to collect hockey cards as a kid. My kids loving Bedard. He scored a Michie. That's crazy. I want to do Michigan like Bedard, and now I want to collect hockey cards, and I want to do it with my son. Everything else, just once again, it'll change a little bit if you haven't opened up a pack of cards in a little bit. Really changed as of this year. A lot of stuff has stayed the same for years and years and years. 2023-24, they switched a bunch of stuff. So it used to be 24 packs in a box. You were going to get 6 Young Guns in a hobby box, and then you were going to get a Young Gun in every 4 packs. Young Guns are the basic rookie cards. That's the ones you really want to chase here. Now, it is 12 packs instead of 24. You're still getting in Series 1 and Series 2. We'll talk about Extended Series in a bit. But in Series 1 and Series 2, you're still getting 6 Young Gun rookie cards in a hobby box. But you also have the chance at hitting, on top of that, different parallels. It used to just be your clear cut, your French, your exclusive out of 100, and your high gloss out of 10 were your potential to hit. High gloss, I've only pulled 1 out of all the boxes I've ever opened. Exclusive, I've pulled a couple. Clear cut, I pulled a couple, but like very, very hard hits. Now they've also added on top of that, they took away the French. So they now made a silver, which looks like that Alexander Ovechkin, except for it's silver around him instead. So they get rid of the background. They put a silver outburst. Which is not numbered. Once again, just a little bit shorter print. You also have the deluxe, which is out of the Ty Cartier. Essentially, that's out of 250. A little bit of a teal lineage around, kind of above the Young Guns, around the Young Guns. It says deluxe under the Young Guns logo. That's numbered out of 250. Still have the exclusives out of 100. Now you also have the red outburst, which is out of 25. You have the high gloss still out of 10. But now you also have a Young Guns Gold Outburst, which is a 101. So big chase is the 101 Gold Outburst. A Bedard of that's going to be absolutely crazy. And then your regular canvas and your Young Guns canvas, you have your basic, which is the Matthews usually be all in color. And around the canvas and stuff, it's a bright royal blue. Or you have the black and white variation. So 2 options there. And then this is all stuff you would have already seen if you opened up any Series 1, but you have your portraits, your honor roll, and your dazzlers. And then new for Series 2 this year is Deep Roots, which has my guy, Nathan McKinnon, who's tied for the league in points for the NHL right now. Scored a beautiful overtime goal against the Dallas Stars last night. Have the Ecliptic with Jason Robertson on the front of that one. They all these have different parallels and stuff too. And then the Monster Season card, which features Connor McDavid, kind of fitting. One of the sixth fastest player ever to reach 900 points in the NHL. So I think he might have a couple monster seasons in him. Once again, all these have different parallels and stuff, a little bit shorter print, or you can just get the base ones on top of that. And then even harder to hit stuff. Once again, these are hobby, and all those parallels other than your silver outburst. All those other parallels I was kind of mentioning were only hobby exclusive. So not in a blaster, not in a tin, not in a hanger pack at Walmart, nothing like that. They're literally just in hobby boxes. But also in hobby boxes are fluorescents, which red are kind of your base ones, but they're still super hard to hit. I've only hit a couple, opening up all the boxes I've opened. You have the gold, which are numbered, the blue that are numbered, the pink that's numbered, and the green that are numbered. I don't know the numbering. They don't have the numbering on there, so maybe they're switching the numbering up this year. And then you also have the highlighters, which is a kind of acetate clear cut kind of card with some tint to it. You have the basic yellow. The orange is harder to hit. The pink is even harder to hit. And the green is even harder to hit. So pretty rare hits when you get into some of those colors. I know I'm a big football guy, and don't mind my basketball cards either, but mainly football is my second sport that I really like collecting. They have things like Color Blast and Downtowns and Kabooms, and I'm really hoping that we can find something in the hockey hobby to really have that other big chase case hit, because a lot of these are pretty close to a case hit, if sometimes they are a case hit. You hope that that's enough to really bump these, but as of right now, most of these cards don't really sell for really anything crazy, which is kind of frustrating. I love the fluorescence design this year. If it looks like that, probably going to have a little bit of a foil to it, but I don't know if they're all going to have the buckets off, the helmets off, and showing off the players themselves and kind of more of a closer look, but I think that's a great look if it is. Maybe that's just the Luke Hughes, but who knows? But that's here for Series 2, which, once again, will have Connor Bedard's true Young Gun in it. Okay? Big thing with that, too, depends on how much you buy the box for and stuff. I know there's some crazy prices out there. There's obviously some places, which I did a video on, that canceled a bunch of orders and lied that their distributor cut their allocation, which isn't true. Anyways, and Connor Bedard is going to be a huge thing. And in a case, you might hit one. Maybe you don't hit any. There's been cases where people haven't. But I opened a case of Series 1, and I was fortunate enough to pull 3 Devin Levi's and 3 Matthew Nyes. If I open up a case and I get 3 Connor Bedards, you'll see me doing backflips on this channel, which I'll be opening up all that on the channel when it comes out at the end of February. So we still have almost 2 months before this product comes out. Maybe it is 2 months. Maybe it only gets released in March. And then extended series, you're looking at probably May, June, July. So this is extended series is going to be even later for all that. So we'll get into extended series. Once again, you got your Connor Bedard right there. But another big chase in this is Logan Cooley. His Young Gun from this picture is going to be in extended series. He's one of the top 4 rookies in this entire 2023-2024 chase. Guy's got a ton of upside. Doesn't have a whole lot of people ahead of him, which is something I always like. If he really can start standing out in Arizona, there's not a whole lot of guys that, Clayton Keller is there, but there's not a whole lot of superstar power. It's the only thing I worry about with guys like Matthew Nyes is you got so many guys ahead of you. How is your hobby relevance long term when you have Matthews and Nylander and Marner and Tavares and now he's the 5th guy on that team in Hobby Love, but Cooley doesn't have that. Essentially, he'll be the main guy to chase for his rookie cards and stuff. But in extended series, the big issue that I've had and talked to hobby shops last year, 2022-23, they switched from having a 50 card Young Gun set, which is kind of every series 1 and 2, even extended series, always had 50 Young Guns. Last year they switched, and now it is 50 Young Guns, and it was actually 30 Young Guns for extended, and or first round rookie cards, which is they essentially look exactly like the Connor Bedard standing there with the jersey on, just a jersey for a photo shoot. Yeah, nobody cares about those cards. And out of your 6 Young Guns that you typically get in Series 1 or 2, in Extended Series, you are going to get 6 Young Guns and or first round rookies. So you could technically have a hobby box with solely first round rookies and no Young Guns in it. And once again, nobody cares about those cards. I know I have had Slavkovsky, I pulled Shane Wright. I had a lot of these guys. They sell for like a couple bucks a piece. Their Young Guns sell for a whole lot more. So it's a very frustrating product to open, as you could get totally skunked. And really, even if you hit 2 Young Guns, even if you went 3 for 3, it's still very frustrating because 60% of the Young Guns, 60% of your major hit is going to be Young Guns, and the other 40% are going to be these first round rookies, which nobody cares about. So very frustrating. I know I talked to hobby shops and stuff. They're super frustrated. They were hoping that they would see how much of a backlash and how much people didn't like it in 2022, 23 and get rid of it. Nope, they stuck with it. So it's a pretty frustrating thing. I know a certain guy that's going to be having a conversation with Upper Deck at their, they're going to have a great big expo and kind of a conference. Hello, I got Ireland down below me having a great little chat. But he's saying that he wants to, he's going to have a nice little chat with Upper Deck about the frustrations around extended series. So getting back into the Connor Bedard part of this whole thing. So Logan Cooley's a big chase. Connor Bedard's Young Guns canvas. We'll just go into it real quick. His super short print Easter egg card. Okay, which everyone goes crazy for and everything else. That, from what I saw, there's no announcement on actually what was actually produced for those or how rare they are. There's nothing from Upper Deck on that. They're an Easter egg, so once again, there's no designation about how hard those are to pull. From what I've seen, they're like 1 in every 2 or 3 cases. So 1 in every 24 to 36 boxes, essentially. This and a Young Gun with 30 Young Guns. A Young Guns canvas is 1 in every 24 packs, which is 1 in every 2 hobby boxes. If there's 30 Young Guns canvases, which there was in last year's extended series, that means the chances of you hitting a Connor Bedard Young Guns basic Young Gun canvas is 1 in every 60 packs. 60 boxes, sorry. That makes it 1 in every 5 cases. So technically, it is going to be more rare and harder to hit than the draft picks super short print Easter egg card from Series 1. Just putting that out there. Also, if you guys know, with Young Guns and Young Guns canvases typically sell for the same, if not actually a little bit less than a regular Young Gun. Just the way it is. They've always sold for, at 80-90% of a Young Gun. Sometimes they'll sell at the same rate, but usually they're just a little bit less, than a regular Young Gun. So just keep that in mind. Just because his Young Guns canvas is in this, once again, it is a 1 in every 5 cases chance of hitting it. His black one, his black and white variation, it is going to be 1 in like 30 cases. Okay. Very hard hit. Very hard hit. Okay. Just putting these numbers into so you guys can hear them for yourselves. 1 in 5 cases for his regular, 1 in 30 cases for his black and white. Just putting that out there. Other stuff you're going to get in extended is the pink Dazzlers. You get some of those in there. Leo Carlson's on this. So you have your first overall pick in Connor Bedard. Middle card is Leo Carlson, who was number 2 overall to the Ducks. And then you have on the right, you get 1 retro Young Gun in every extended series high box. So it's kind of like a little bump. I always kind of liked it. It there's a little extra value to every opening, because usually it's like the top end guys that get the retros. And that's Adam Fantilli there. He went number 3 overall to the Columbus Blue Jackets. But that's that old 08-09 retro series look. So that's kind of a nice thing. You do have high gloss and exclusives for that one too. On top of that, once again, I've always actually liked extended until last year. I opened up a lot of 21-22 extended. And I like it a lot because they have some cool parallels and some cool inserts and stuff for a lot of the product. They were going with 07-08 Black Diamond retros. You can see Luke Hughes there. You got a Seeing Red insert there with, once again, Nathan McKinnon, my guy. And then you have the Matthew Nyes 97-98 SPX Hollowview retros. So a nice little insert there. That's going to have top veterans and rookies again. And then you have Special Forces, which is an MVP classic design with a checklist chock full of star veterans and rookies. And then you have your population count, which is going to have population counts out of 1,000, 500, 100, 50, 25, 10, and 1. Or, they're actually kind of out of 5 in Series 1. But I digress. But it kind of gives you different parallels. I just kind of like the look at them this year. They kind of look like they're a card and kind of a slab. Kind of the way that, the world runs around PSA slabs nowadays and SGC. And some of you tag bots will be in here with the tag. I only grade with tag. Great. Have your fun. Wasting your time. Anyways, but a lot of that stuff. But I want to get into some of this. So you see these 3 guys here. Because you obviously see Cooley, which was kind of a nice little thing that they kind of put him in extended, sort of, kind of. Who wants to open extended? But then you have Bedard, Leo Carlson, and Fantilli. I'm expecting for all 3 of those guys to be in Series 2. I think they kind of want to have that first, second, third overall all in the same series. I think that'd be a big thing for them. So I can see that staying put, that they have those 3 guys all being in Series 2. And we'll switch over to this real quick. And so this is your rookie stats for so far this season. So this is as of right now. This is who you have. So Connor Bedard's obviously leading for all rookie scoring. He's at 33 points in 38 games, living up to that first overall hype. Adam Fantilli's right behind him at 24. Still not a bad season, all things considered. Marco Rossi's a 22-23 young gun. Luke Hughes was obviously in Series 1. D-Man putting up that many points, pretty impressive. You get Dmitry Vorenkov. He's a 23-year-old rookie out of Russia. He's in there. He's doing pretty good. They said a little bit older than a lot of these other guys that are kind of younger. Connor Zary for Calgary. Once again, who knows where these guys go. Those 2 guys could go Series 2 or extended. Depends where they want to put them. I think Mintyakov, I think he'd be a big one that you could throw into extended Series 2. Logan Cooley's there. Luke Evangelista, Bobby Brink, Brock Faber. All those guys already have young guns. But then you get into Leo Carlson and Zach Benson. Zach Benson's having a little bit of a down year, kind of from what people thought he might do. Leo Carlson, the only reason why he's down here is because he's actually missed a couple of games. If you go by points per game played, it goes Adam Edstrom. He's point per game player. But Connor Bedard, Connor Zary, and then Leo Carlson. So Leo Carlson's kind of right there with Connor Zary. Connor Zary, I think he's a little bit older, right? He's Connor Zary's 22. So a little bit older, not super old, but a little bit older than obviously Carlson and Bedard and Fantilli and all those guys. So I think they'll keep the main 3 in Series 2. And then, Matthew Poitras for Boston, he's there. Ty Cartier, for Seattle, he's obviously going to be in Series 2. LaFerriere for LA Kings. Kevin Krasinski, I think they'll leave him in Series 2. I think it'll put him in Series 2 also. You need that guy that when you kind of start pulling the cards off of each other and you see the Blackhawks logo, you're like, oh my, I hit a Bedard. And then all of a sudden you see Kevin and not Connor. You need that heartbreak in Series 2, I think. Could be a reason why they keep those other two guys, right? Maybe you keep the Pavel Mintyukov, and maybe you keep the Dmitry Vorenkov to really, do it for the other two guys too. But and then you get down there a little farther. Pospisil, he played a little bit. John Beecher for the Bruins, he's there. A couple other guys, but the big guys have really put up some the points so far this season. They're all at the top. I'll be able big chases. You could see, depends on if these teams bring up anybody. Dallas has played pretty good, so I don't know really why they would do it. But they do have two guys that are actually leading the AHL, so maybe they get called up at some point. Maybe they get put in an extended series also. Depends on when they would get called up. But Logan Stankoven, he's one guy, and Maverick Bork for Dallas. So they could be other guys that they're playing really well. Both of them have 38 points in 29 games in the AHL this year. So they're just lighting it up down there for both being pretty young guys. So it could be something you guys see. Maybe they become, once again, depends on when they get pulled up. Really they'd have to get pulled up in the next 2 months probably to make that. If not, if they get pulled up at the end of the year, play a couple games, they'll probably just end up in Series 1 for next year. So just something to keep in mind. But that's kind of what my thought process. I think you keep the big three from this year. I think you put them over there personally. And once again, a lot of this stuff doesn't make sense. And I'll say it until I'm blue in the face. Connor Bedard prices don't make sense. And they haven't made sense for a long time. From his Team Canada cards to his CHL cards to even that draft picks card. You look up that same card in a Connor McDavid from his year, a PGS 9 sold for like $200, and a raw Connor Bedard is selling for, I sold one like a week and a half ago for like $900 on eBay. And I think they're still selling anywhere from that $700 to $1,000. They kind of go up and down depending on if Bedard scored a Michigan that day or not. So it's going to be crazy. It's a wild west out there for a lot of this. Once again, just keep in mind who you guys order with if you guys are trying to pre-order anything. Another big chase that could be for extended. Once again, my problem with extended is going to be those first round draft pick cards or first round rookie cards. If they just had 50 young guns, I would be all for it. And if you ask any of your hobby shops, say, hey, how much do you like extended series from 2022-23? They'll probably say they don't like it at all because they probably haven't sold a ton of it. Once again, they even added a hobby favorite, which is the acetate young guns, which is super hard to hit. And they'll probably have it again in this year's, extended. Used to be an SB Authentic. They moved it last year into extended, added some value. But you're adding value. And even with the Bedard Young Guns Canvas, if you add the value, but it's so hard to hit. Once again, 1 in every 5 cases, 1 in every 60 boxes, you can hit a Young Guns, canvas of Bedard. If it's that hard to hit, every other box is going to be, and I understand that's the way a lot of these boxes work, but it's so frustrating to watch, and so frustrating to open this stuff that nobody wants to open them. I don't really ever see anybody opening extended series from this past year. Just doesn't seem to be something that people are interested in. And a lot of it becomes those first round rookie cards. Like I said, and they'll probably have the Young Guns acetate, which I can only imagine. Like usually those are like 10x what a regular Young Gun goes for. Even more than that sometimes. Really more than that actually. Usually they're even like 20x that. Like they go for big because they're a short print and they're hard to hit and everything else, and they're rare. Like you might only hit one every, say, I don't know, 2 cases, 3 cases plus. So even if they're in there, with the Bedard Young Gun, like, it's just, it's so hard to make your money back on those boxes. You know, it just makes it a very frustrating rip 99% of the time. So it's kind of what it is. But let me know what you guys think. Let me know who you guys will think will be in extended. Let me know who you guys think will be in series 2. Lots of other stuff. Shout out to the girlfriend. She made me a shirt with kind of the logo on it. Got the McKinnon kind of logo, the Justin Herbert throwing the ball. So shout out to her for making me a cool little shirt. Let me know if you guys have any questions. And once again, let me know who you guys think might be in series 2 or extended series. Once again, I like hearing all this stuff in the comments. If you guys haven't yet, follow me on Instagram. If you guys are new here, I open a ton of boxes on this channel. I do a lot of PSA submissions for when it comes to grading cards. If you guys are new to that, if you guys have any questions about that, send me a message on Instagram. I have no problem talking to you guys about anything with the hockey card hobby. Card ladder for pricing out cards. I have an affiliate link down below. Best place to price out your cards. There is a membership fee for Card Ladder Pro. I've been using it for 2 years, paying for it. I still pay for it. I don't get anything from them other than a kickback a little bit if you guys actually sign up using the link below. But essentially helps you that if you're looking for rarer cards that don't sell every day, you can actually go and check the prices from 20 plus years ago, which maybe 20 years ago you don't care about the comps, but maybe you can't care about the comps from 6 months ago from the summer. I know I had a buddy of mine ask me about, hey, I'm looking for a price on a Brady Tkachuk Young Guns exclusive. I can't find anything on eBay because eBay and 130 point only go back those 2 or 3 months. And I said, oh yeah, well, I could actually see that one sold in the summer in July for, I think it was like $250 or something like that, or $350, whatever it was. But I found the price for them because I had Card Ladder. Once again, I refer to everybody. I've told everyone to use it for a long time. The only difference now is I have an affiliate link down below. And while we're talking about Connor Bedard, also have a link down below. If you guys are looking to sign your cards and sell them on eBay, Slab Sharks is a Canadian company. You send your cards to them, they will pay you once they sell on eBay. All the information is down below in that consignment form. And until I believe it's June or July, they are paying you out 98% on all Connor Bedard cards that you send to them to sell on auction on eBay. So if you sell a Connor Bedard card yourself on eBay, say it's one of the draft picks cards from Series 1, and it's $1,000 because they fluctuate all around there. Say it sells for $1,000. If you sell it yourself, you're going to walk away with $870. Usually it's about 13% is what eBay is going to take from you. Plus you got to ship it out yourself. You got to worry about it not getting there. You got to worry about all this other stuff, dealing with the buyers, getting paid, all that stuff. If you send it to them and they sell it for you through consignment on $1,000 card, you get $980. So you actually get $110 extra on $1,000 card for selling with them through eBay, and that's just what they're doing to try to build up that brand. And obviously I know Bedard's a popular one, but they're paying out 98%. Pretty much makes a lot of sense to send your Bedard cards to them or any other card. Slabs, raw, whatever it is. Once again, all the information is down below in the form. So once again, hope you guys enjoy this. I know it's a lot of talking, but this is big news. Connor Bedard, every time you hear about him, his cards have made no sense. The prices make no sense. He breaks the mold when it comes to the hockey card hobby, and there's a lot of hype around it. It's going to be some good stuff. Once again, hopefully I can try to educate you guys and try to bring some news to you guys throughout all this. If you guys hear anything, always send it my way on Instagram. Always looking to talk. And for Eric from the bench, we'll talk to you guys later. Bye, guys.